Hey guys, welcome back to Enigmatica 2 Expert Mode. It's been actually a couple of days since I played. I went on a little bit of a trip, so a bunch of these episodes that you've seen have been, pre-recorded, but now I'm back and I can play again. I actually just tried to record an episode and, truth to be told, it sucked. I didn't like it. So we're gonna do it again. We're gonna do a bit of a do-over. Hey, aren't these the same? They look very similar in this texture pack. I feel like usually this looks different. Anyway, yeah, it was just like a little bit too talky and too all over the place, so I decided, nah, let's do it again, and not too much has happened, so it's not a bad thing. One thing we did though on camera is this. I built a little bridge. I mean, it's nothing fancy, just a very simple bridge here out of spruce and such. It has some stilts out of spruce, and it just connects our nether portal over here. And then there's like a little bit of a dock here as well. Also nothing fancy. We can probably upgrade these things eventually maybe, but it will do for now, very simple, minimalistic stuff. And while I was gone, I had my laptop with me and I tried to play a little bit, but it didn't work too well on the server because it was too laggy. The laptop isn't great. It's an old MacBook, but I was able to run the pack, just not very well, I guess. But I did do a couple of things on the server. So we have over here the fluid solid canning machine. This one uses this lapis lazuli dust and some water and produces IC2 coolant. And with the IC2 coolant, I can go down here in our little basement that I still need to work on more. And if we feed this into here with this recipe using electric circuits, tin plates, copper cables, we can now make the speed upgrades or the overclocker upgrade for IC2 machines, just so they work a little bit faster, So that's pretty neat. I've made a couple of these already just to speed up a few machines, and we could have gotten them as quest rewards before in the past, but we haven't. Oh, I'm missing tin plates. That's okay. I don't actually need to make more right now. Just wanted to demonstrate this. So yeah, those guys are here now. I guess I'll put you into this one maybe for now. Sure. But, while I wasn't able to play on the server, I was able to work on the base, on the mega base, so-called, right? So I've made quite a bit of progress there. I'm just going to clean this up while we talk a bit. I made quite a bit of progress there. It's still going to take quite a while to make, unfortunately, but that's okay because it will give us time to produce the materials we need. And I asked you guys, I need a tank or something. I asked you guys, like, what we should do, like, crafting-wise, if I should, cheat in the blocks, or if you do it in creative modes, if you use the building gadgets mods, etc. And most of you guys were totally fine with cheating in things, so that's very interesting, and appreciate that. But there were also some concerns of, like, it feels a bit cheaty, maybe, if we do this. So, and I totally agree. It is cheaty to just spawn in items. So what we'll do instead is we'll build systems that produces the building blocks we need, so we can have like infinite amounts of them. And because I already started building this build in like a second world, I'll try to use the building gadgets mod to bring it over. It might be okay. It might be a bit difficult. If it doesn't work well, there's another option I can do. For example, I can use here the COF-H command count blocks. So you can do like, I think it's like specify which position, or I guess it would be like, let's do 10 blocks, XYZ, and then spruce, right? And then it shows you, maybe this would be, what is that? Oh yeah, it's wooden slab. Right, it tells that's how many blocks are in this radius. So I could do that to check how many blocks I need for my base, and then we void that many blocks. Or because we have infinite blocks production anyway, it doesn't matter how much we void, but yeah. And then we'll copy it over, either through building gadgets or if that doesn't work well with world edit or something. So we'll do this. Now, luckily, the design for this building is very simple. And I put up a list up here of things we need to produce. It's a very different style. It's nothing medieval, rustic, whatever. It's very minimalistic, futuristic, and yeah, I guess modern. And it uses only a couple of blocks using the flat color blocks mod. This thing is amazing. If we go grab some blocks, I made a cobblestone generator from Nuclearcraft the first year. It produces 8 cobblestone per second. Boom. It has them built up, so it's a little bit faster. But if we take some dye, if I have some, actually we can use... let's take some red color here, I guess. If you have some red color and cobblestone in our inventory, if you right click this little thingy, it shows you now all the blocks you can make. These are like, well, flat colored blocks, right? And because you have the red dye, it will use that and it gives you them in all kinds of shades. If you have other colors, it also mixes them. So you have really a huge variety of colors available to you. And the cool thing is, for one dye and one piece of cobblestone, you get 16 of these blocks. And an even cooler thing is that they work with glowstone. If you get a glowstone block, and we do this, you now have glowing red blocks, right? So if you take one of these, because this is the one I want to demonstrate, this one you only get 4, not 16 or something. But these are amazing. So with the shaders installed, these actually glow. Oh, server reboot in 20 seconds. Great. These actually emit like a nice glowing effect, right? Like not only do they emit light, which they do anyway, but they also like really stand out and glow. And that was like one of the most important things I wanted for this build, because and that's also at the same time a disclaimer again, the design for the base I have in mind is not my own design. I was looking for some pictures, and I was looking for like voxel art stuff, and I came across this really cool looking structure that I like a lot. Like I love the art style of it and the building style of it. So that's something I want to replicate. Well, I'll show you eventually once it's a bit more closer to being done. The only issue was that the structure or the picture only shows like 2 faces, like the, I don't know, north and west side or something of the building. The rest I have to like recreate and come up with my own, I guess, layout and stuff. So it's definitely not my design, just as a warning, but it just like in the example picture, everything is super glowy and such, so it looks really neat. So yeah, that's what we're gonna try to replicate. So what we have to produce is cobble, which we already done. We have to figure out a way of generating glowstone, white dye, black dye, yellow I don't think I need, and orange dye. Those are the things we need. This is literally all the blocks and items we will need for our base. Let me wait for a server restart and we'll talk about how we acquire these things. Alright, server restarted. Also before we start, I found this on a little Stormcraft dungeon I found. There was a spawner and the dude spawned with this sword. Already has quite a bit of damage on there without any like damage boost. I want to quickly check what some of these effects are. I'm not entirely sure. Come on, game, please. Here we go. Dense, lasts longer when it has less durability. Alien, as if they're charging. Maybe time will tell? Oh, changing, sorry. I don't know what that does, but it does beheading as well, which is kind of nice. So maybe something we'll use. Let's put it at the wall. There you go, for now. But yeah, so, Cobblestone Generator we already have. For glowstone, that's probably one of the bigger ones, there's a couple of options, I think. So one of the easier options would probably be doing this, making the Conjuration Catalyst from Botania have a good mana production and just duplicate glowstone, right, in a mana pool. That'd be an option. The bees, that's probably a pretty late bee, isn't it? I'm not entirely sure. Suppose I could check. Fiendish, Sinister. Yeah, you would have to breed them quite a bit to get to that. Maybe not too long, I'm not sure, but yeah, that might be an option too. It's only 15% chance though, unless this guy gives some. Nah. Another way I saw is the Thief. If we use Soul Sand, and Soul Sand we could get with, for example, Atomic Reconstructor using sand, and sand we could get from Estus Sorcery. This might be an interesting way just because it uses so many weird steps and mods to get to the item. However, that being said, could we even make this? Nickel, Enriched Alloy, Mana Infused Ingot. How do we get this? Mana Infused Ore spawns not on the world. It's only on other planets. Void Ore Miner. Yeah, the Ore Kit might work. I'm not sure if that requires some crazy stuff. Is there a different way of getting this stuff? Smelting? Mithril. Crushed Mithril ore. No, that's the same. Induction. Wait, only obtained through the metallurgic infuser. Oh, infusing mana steel with diamonds. Okay, so we could make that to get a sieve and then do this. That might be an interesting way of doing it, you know? Just, I think, because so many mods are involved. This one might work too, with gunpowder, but it's a bit odd. Of course, a witch farm would work. So there's options, but I think maybe, yeah, we could find this flower and then do this way as well. We have several options. I think the mana one is probably the easiest, perhaps. But maybe the thief one might be the most interesting one. So that one isn't too bad. And then for dyes, we can also use Botania, right? We can get the floral powder and such. So we just need the orange flower and then farm it like this to get these like petals. And the petals can be multiplied using fertilizer as well. So we could have a bone meal farm or a sewage composter here and just produce this. Alternatively, we can do this where we place the flower, grow it, shear it, turn it into petals, plant it, grow it, shear it, etc. But that also requires bone meal, so you might as well go the other step, I guess. So there's options. So I think we should get started with Botania. That'd be a good start. What is this? The dyeing machine. Oh, nice. Okay, change enchantment colors and such. So I actually tried to start with Astro Sorcery a bit in the last time I tried to record it, and that's kind of when I ended it. So if you go over here into the desert, there was a temple that had a little crystal underneath, right? Because most of these don't, but the one we found near the desert did. Wow, that is a lot of animals. I guess they just naturally spawn, right? I was always under the impression they don't naturally spawn, but my god, that's a lot of animals suddenly. Is this gonna become a problem? like seriously, last time I came down this way, there weren't that many animals whatsoever. That's insane. It's kind of worrying. I hope there won't be like too many entities in the end. Oh, and I asked you guys about the home command, /home. Most of you said it's cheating. Totally agree, it is cheating. You know, it does cut out some tediousness, but no, it's fine. There's in-game ways of teleporting, and yeah, we should try to get those instead. It's, you know, it's something fun to get to as well, so it totally makes sense. So we won't use it. Okay, over here, down in this whole thing, I have, you know, there's a crystal, and I do have the work table here. Now I always forget. I think this is all you have to do, right? Just place it here and then eventually it turns. It hasn't turned yet though, but I wasn't here at nighttime. I tried to place this here and that didn't work. I just kind of remember that maybe there is, what's selected right now? Okay, we want this. I know I can do the mouse wheel, I just like to do it the other way. I feel like I remember that this might have to be one block higher or something. I don't know if that's true. Or it might just have to be nighttime and I wasn't here during nighttime. So I'm gonna wait a bit and wait for this guy to turn into a luminous crafting table because we need it to make the petal apothecary to get started with some Botania stuff. So yeah, it has to be made in luminous crafting table. Huh, this is cool. I just took down all these blocks because we need them eventually anyway. And this stuff flow into here and I just realized placing cobblestone next to it makes gravel. That's probably gonna be useful for something. Maybe I'll bring a bucket, because then we can like create gravel pretty easily, and just totally not something we need to do right now, but just out of curiosity, I guess an easy way of doing this would be if you get, oops, let's make a crafting table real quick. Like if you had just a slab or something, right? So like here, and then you had the liquid here, which flow this way, yep. Then as soon as you place a cobblestone, turns into gravel. Oh wait, no, it has to be one higher, I guess. Has to be here. And then here, it would fall, right? And then turn into an item. So that'd be an easy way of creating like a gravel factory if you just place cobblestone there. Huh, kinda cool. I don't know, just thought that was interesting. Hopefully I remember this if I ever need gravel. Oh man, I'm so silly. I remember what I always think this. I always make this mistake. I always think that putting the table underneath the light is enough because it says it requires the light to do it. But no, you have to freaking craft it, dude. You have to actually craft it under the light. The light has to shine down, and then you have to craft it. I think that's how you do it. And that's always... Yeah, there it is. I make that mistake every single time. I don't know why. But there we go. We got it. And also, I'm kind of curious. Are we able... This might break the crystal, actually. But... No, can't take it like this. Okay. Where's the shot, I suppose? Okay, but we have the crafting table now. And I'm not sure if that... Ooh, that's a lot of light already. This might be a pretty good chunk, actually, for moonlight then, if this is already full. We should be able to make the petal now. I made the white petal. There were some white flowers here. Yeah, so we should be able to do this. Oh, but we need the... yes, we need the... wait a second. We need the what's it called? The resonating wand, which requires Salamanders. Oh no! So we actually also need to get started with this Thaumcraft. Okay, that's fine. I do have a bunch of crystals home, so let's go back. Making Salamanders is not a big deal. Hey, this is cool though. It gets us started in all 3 magic mods. Well, I guess there's 4. There's also blood magic. Not sure if there's another one, but yeah, that's cool. That they kind of like rely on each other. But I do want to get started with them anyway, right? Keep saying that, so here we go! Getting started with them. So many animals though. Oh, and yeah, I know I have a glider now, but I actually still like jumping around more. It's still faster too. Alright, let's grab some crystals here. We only need 3 different colors of something. Actually, we need a bunch of salamanders. Let's, we have the most of this, and this, I guess. Yeah, let's just make all of this. Then we need some flint, also for a diamond chestplate. And we need some redstone, and we need a bowl. So, do we have... Can we make a bowl in here? I'm not sure if there's any planks. Oh man, system. It is so funky, man. It's not working well. There we go. We just need 1 of them. And you know what? Let's do it in the crafting table here. Let's grab a bit more redstone. And I think we just combine it all. So, doot, and doot. Yeah, it doesn't use up the bowl. It does use up the rest, so there we go. Salamanders, boom, get some. Oh, it doesn't use the flint actually either. Interesting. So that is that. And this is like the stuff you use to get started in Thaumcraft 2, which we actually could do as well if we grab, let's grab some books here. And I guess I grab some planks from here. Oh, although I'm not sure if this is gonna work, because this might make a quark bookshelf. I'm gonna try if this works. Can I throw salamanders at this? Yes. Poof. Nice. There's our Thaumanomicon. Was that a quest by any chance? Yes, it was. Make all of this stuff. Claimed. Nice. Oh yeah, getting started with Thaumcraft would be fancy as well. We'll do this. Not today. But we got our book here. So we can actually, you know, combine this with our Akashic Tome. Oh, I think I have to convert it back again. There we go. But now we can make this. We do have a bunch of aquamarine. At least we should have some in here. Yeah, I'll just grab a couple, I guess, if we need more. And this is also in the luminous crafting table. Doesn't look like it, so maybe we can make this here without having to go back. Resonating wand. Yeah, there it is. Nice. Take that. And let's go back, and hopefully I have everything this time. Alright, we are back here. So now, let's try this one more time. Let's get the pedal. Apothecary. Boom. And now we use this guy. Actually, it's one craft. Right click. And there it goes. It is doing it. I see some of them... No, like, all the particles are weird. I think it's because the particles have some sort of reflection on them. Similar to the water. And that's why it doesn't work properly. That's why they look so funky. If I can somehow disable the reflection on particles, that'd be great. I'll have to figure out how. But there it is. Battle Apothecary. Finally. Let's take our stuff back. Nice. So we got that guy done. And that will like help us with getting started. But most importantly, the reason why I wanted this is a lazy one. It's because if we go into gates again, we can finish this and we get a flower pouch. The flower pouch lets me collect flowers without clogging up my inventory, you know. Ooh, we get floral fertilizer too. Interesting. And we finished this one. Some levels, I guess. And that's that. Cool. Alright, yeah, the flower pouch is nice if you have it. I think it has to be on a hotbar. We can store all the flowers in there that we could possibly find. Didn't I have a second? Oh no, I dropped it off. So what I'm gonna go do is just go around and see if I can find a bunch of flowers. But if we don't find them, we can now also use this floral fertilizer, right? Let's get rid of some of this stuff here. And just right click the ground and boink, it like summons the flowers, right, for me. Maybe I'll do this first actually, because if this recipe didn't change, yeah, that's super easy to make. So maybe I'll do that instead. I think that saves me, oops, a bunch of time. Let's see if we get most of the colors at least. Alright, I'm back home. We also finished up these quests here, so we actually get a couple of loot chests. A staff, a wand, and that. Cool. Anything else we could do right now? I think we saved the rest for later. And that should be it. And then there's also blood magic. What's the gateway for this? Oh, just the snare. Okay, that's cool. But yeah, we got the paddle now. We should, let's see. Oh, actually, let's open the loot chest first. Silky jewel. It's kind of cool. Get silk touch on our tool. Ooh, that is amazing. An unbreakable builder wand. Yes. I love that. That is so good. That is really good. I'm so happy about this. That's gonna help us building just in general. Nice. Let's go over here to our little farm and just grab, I think in here, just a couple of seeds because we will need them. And I think we just set up at this water for now. I think might be a good spot. Maybe just over here for now. So we put this guy down. And we'll probably want some chests here eventually, but for now that's okay. So first thing we should do then is, you know, get something that produces mana for us. And the easiest, of course, is going to be the Endo Flame. So let's grab a couple of these and these. We just need 2. Well, technically I only need 1. We make a pedal out of this. Pedal out of this. Oops, put this guy away. And we're gonna go grab some bone meal. We have a lot of bone meal. And we need some shear. So there's a stack of bone blocks right there. Yeah, even with the duplication recipe. Oh, actually, while I'm at it, let's grab a chest and a crafting bench. With the duplication recipe, it would probably be easy enough to produce the stuff we need. Because we have like probably 10 stacks of bone blocks. That's, you know, each bone is, or each block of bone is 9 bone meal. So each block produces at least 8 of these petals. So that would be a ton of colors. So we might actually not need an auto setup for this, but I just want to make it because I think it would be fun to do. So let's have a chest here, just a crafting table, I guess, for when we need it. Whoa, that was weird. Cool. And it's still my inventory? No, okay. Just grab a couple of this. So what we can do with this now, I think I have my shears in here, or my karma. We have shears too. I don't know where my karma is. We can place these down, because like one of these flowers only gives 2 petals, right? But if we plant these down, the ground is like sparkly like this. And then we can use some bone meal on this, and it grows into 2 tall flowers, not 1 tall flowers. And these you have to break with shears. That's very important, otherwise they disappear. But now each flower gets 4 petals. The only downside is that some of these recipes require the actual flowers to be in the recipe, not the tall ones. So sometimes you do need the small ones. So it's a good idea to keep a couple of extras just so you don't like waste them all. And then you don't have any to like, you know, use for crafting. So definitely keep some. But like I said, eventually there's a flower that produces flowers. And that's kind of the goal, one of the goals we want here. Alright, so I'm just going to make a couple more of those. And we're actually also going to turn these. We just need the petals at the moment. And for safety, I'm going to put away 1 of each. So like I said, if we run out, I don't need to break down another flower. We can just plant these again and, you know, recolor it. Regrow it. And now let's put these all here. If I remember correctly, the recipe. We take some water, put it in here, right? It's water inside. And then we take, I think it's 1 white, 1 red, 2 brown. Is that it? It makes... Oh, no. You know what? I think it's light gray. I'm pretty sure it's light gray. There's light gray. Okay, put a light ray in there for safety. And try this again. Let's see if my memory is correct. Let's take these out again. And then gray, red to brown. Yes, there it is. Ender flames. And then we just toss a seed in and boom. Alright, there it is. There's our recipe. And I'm gonna grab a couple. Once you do this, you can just right click with an empty hand and puts the rest in there again, which is super cool. So you don't have to like throw them in there again. So yeah, I'm gonna make a couple of these. Alright, so I have these and of course I should have checked this first. Man, this mod pack, you know, it's a little bit crazy and I love it because of that. The fact that they change recipes so much. So, of course, we have the Ender Flames now, but we can't actually do something with them yet because to collect mana from these, and they work by, you know, burning anything that's burnable, like fuel, like wood, coal, whatever you want, even buckets of lava. But to get the mana out of them and into a mana pool, we would need mana spreaders. And guess what mana spreaders require? Illumination powder. Guess what requires, what these require? Nitor from Thaumcraft. Okay. Yeah, so we actually do have to get into Thaumcraft. And wait, what does this one require? This is glowstone and living wood? Okay. So we can't do this yet. Can we make a pure daisy at least? That would be something we could start out with. Yes, that's just white petals. Okay, this is why I made the white ones earlier. Let's at least make this guy. 4 of those and a petal. And we make 2 of them. Because this is going to help us to turn like logs and or planks and such into the Botania stuff. So this is at least good to have. Gimme. So let's do I want to put them in the ground? No, I'll leave them outside, I guess. So let's put one here and then here. And now if we grab some, do I smooth stone? Nope. But let's grab some logs here. These guys. If we place them around, they start sparkling after a while. At least they should. Maybe I don't see it because of the shaders. Let me also get some smooth stone. And that should turn into... you know what? Hold on a sec. Did they change that? They can't possibly have changed that recipe. Yes, they can. I bet you they did. We want living wood and living stone. Oh my goodness. Okay, so to get rid of living rock, instead of using stone, we now need a cane stone. Which is any V's crystal, I guess, right? Is this any V's crystal? Is this what this is supposed to mean? I think so. Any V's crystal with stone. And what's living wood? Infused wood from Astro Sorcery, which is with liquid starlight. You know, I'm not mad. I'm actually impressed by this. Just for testing, is this gonna make the stuff we need? Yes, this makes a cane stone. And then this we can use, right? Yeah, now you can see the white particles there. Cool, man. I like it. Okay, well, lesson learned. Next time I'll check out the recipes a little bit more in depth, because then I could have saved myself a bit of time. And make this a bit more smooth. Are you going to eat my Botania flowers? Do not eat my Botania flowers. There it goes. Nice. Well, at least that works. And you know, I was just thinking about the system of producing these petals without using bone meal and such. And we should actually check if this recipe really works. Should be like this, right? Yeah. So we could just duplicate them very easily. So you don't even need to plant them down, but you do use 4 times the bone meal, I guess. Because if you plant these, grow them, and break them down, then you also get 4 petals out of it. But I was thinking we could use a mechanical user, right? To like place these, use bone meal. Well, that we can do with a dispenser. And then use a shear on them to break them. But if you look up the mechanical user, it requires 2 automated users, which requires this shenanigan, which requires a turtle, which, yeah. I mean, that's doable, actually. Maybe. I haven't checked out every recipe, again. It's, that's some crafting, though. And of course, it would require some refined obsidian, which then requires an osmium compressor. So that's a whole nother thing, right? Well, with that being said then, I think We may actually call it here, and I think we may have to do this next time. This is very interesting to me just because the recipes are so changed. So we really should go into Botania first. Oh, sorry, Thorncraft first, huh? Like we just have to make nitro. That's not too difficult to make. Although we do have to mess with flux then. I'm not sure if there's something yet that gets rid of flux. And flux can be very, very dangerous. But just to get a couple of nitro, it's probably fine. Famous last words. We can also go to the nether, I believe, and do this maybe. But yeah. So we have to do this. We have to get the nitro at least. And then we have to go into Astro Sorcery to at least get light wells and then liquid starlight. That's not really difficult though. That's, well, again, I'm talking out of my butt. Is that changed? It requires crystals. Okay, so we have to go get rock crystals as well, which I think actually you just need a resonating staff for. Yeah. So yeah, definitely still some things to do then. Very interesting. But we did finish a couple of quests, which is great. So we can always get some nice loots here. Let's go check these out really quick. And I think then we have to call it. And actually, you know what? We can probably also, instead of making a mechanical user, we can use Botania flowers to set up the whole process too, I think. Oh, cow in a jar. Could have used it earlier. Another spawner seeker, cranberry jelly, and a cooking table. How many sandwiches? 8. That's actually pretty good. They give you fruit, protein, and vegetable. And I do still need to get up vegetable and dairy. Dairy is going to be easy if I have a vanilla cow. But I kind of destroyed mine, I guess. Anyway, yeah. So I think we're going to call it here. I was hoping we could do a little bit more progress. But hey, that's how this pack goes, I guess. I'm excited, though. I'm excited to get started with these things and just, you know, set up a proper structure for them and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I think it's gonna be fun. So hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys soon. Bye bye.